ApexOnlineRacing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely stream deck. For more information about the stream deck, the link is in the description below. Good evening, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Apex Online Racing's Dirt 4 Rallycross League Season 5. We are here at round number 4 and we are at Montalegre in Portugal, which is going to be very, very exciting. And I got some very exciting news. Before we begin some action, here is a lap guide from our championship leader, Isa, to take you around Portugal. Here it is.
Welcome to round 1 at Montalegre, Portugal. This circuit is one of the most difficult to master because of the high curbs and because of the consecutive corners, which makes any mistake very detrimental to your lap time. Because of the barriers on this track, the last section here is very difficult to negotiate. Into turn 1, many overtakes will happen here because of the large braking zone. In the middle part of the track, the section is very flowing and will allow for many on-track overtakes. You'll see lots of side-by-side action through this section because of the many different lines you can take, and people won't hesitate to use them to get an overtake on a very difficult track. The last section is mainly done in single file because of the barriers. It will be very detrimental to your race to attempt to pass through here, as you will lose multiple seconds. And that's a lap of Montalegre.
So that was a bit of a sneak preview of what the drivers can expect around Montalegre. And to be honest, it's one of my favourite tracks. It was meant to be the first race of the season, but unfortunately when we did it beforehand, we did have some issues with the semi-finals and finals, which is why we are still doing heats, which is absolutely great. So I am literally so pumped for the action to begin, and I can't wait to show you what we've got. So I am going to do the honorary thing and I'm going to join the lobby that I'm about to start with. And for good news for all the drivers racing today, it is going to be dry conditions throughout 4 free heats, which is going to be a relief for all the drivers as well. And because most of them probably would have practiced in the dry, so it will make things a lot more confident. Now, we have got 3 drivers in this heat, I believe. We've got Primero, Nayan and Spikey. We may be waiting for one more. I'm not entirely sure. No, we're not. We are about to get underway here. And I'm literally it's going to be pumped. I hope you guys as pumped as I am in the chat. So hopefully we will be ready to go. So it is dry conditions, probably the most ideal condition possible for this heat. And I'm just so excited. It's going to be fun for the drivers to get their wits about them, and it's the same conditions as it was in a lap guide that we just shown you. What a good lap indeed. So maybe the drivers have got a benchmark to follow with that. So we are keeping our fingers crossed that we can see some very good action today. So our drivers are getting ready then for the action, and I'm just going to check quick. I've just almost broadcasted my audio. At least I know what the push to talk button is. Yeah, I don't want to touch the old button because otherwise I would touch the push to talk. But there we go. So we are about to get underway. So as you can see, we are riding on board with Primero. I didn't know I could turn the camera that fast. Oh my god! But there we go. So we got our 3 drivers waiting in the wings. Who is going to come out on top? It's ideal condition for them, so we could expect some very good racing from all 3 of them. And we are underway for the first race of the first heat. It looks like Primero and Nayan has got a very equal start coming off the line there. Nayan decided to take the Joker lap. Spiky made the move done and is managing up into first place, but Primero got the switchback done that he needed to take the lead there. Some very good drifts from Primero. Let's see how Spiky is doing. He's trying to catch up massively there. Some very tricky corners to overtake, but some very easy ones as well. We're approaching this corner. You are going to go in single file, just as Aitza was saying in the lap guide there. Oh, as Spiky hit the wall a little bit there, that probably cost a bit of time, but that's allowing Nayan to catch up ever so slightly. Nayan has already taken the Joker lap, so this could cause an advantage. Spiky almost lost it there, but kept it under control, thank goodness. But that's allowing Primero to squeeze a gap and managing to go. As you can see, he is already pulling away from the rest of the field. That just goes to show he is one of the favourites so far. And I can tell that him and his teammate Ida have been practicing together. They've been helping each other with setups, and that's what his teammates are supposed to do, and that is absolutely brilliant to see there. Teammates going at its best there. So already great start from them. Already a bit of dirt literally coming from them. Spiky is in P2, I think, with Nayan in third. Nayan is trying to catch up. Very good speed on the corners there. Good setup there. They are allowed to choose whatever setup they want with the heats, which is what I find awesome about this. But I played Dirt 4 for ages and I still don't know how to do setups. But it is quite tricky for the drivers to get head or tail with. But they're about to start the final few laps then. Primero doing a stellar of a job, but Spiky will be under. Oh, as he lost it a bit in a Joker lap. That's allowing Nayan to go ahead ever so slightly. Let's see how far he is ahead of Spiky. Just a little bit. So hopefully he could keep things under control going into this, which is very key, very crucial, and finding it very easy there, going through these final few laps. And approaching it with ease at this stage. But Spiky made an error again, so that's cost him a bit of time, but our race leader already showing us what he has made of. He's about to cross the start-finish line, and he has done it with control, and he wins the first race of the first heat. Don't forget, it is all about lap time. Here is our last place man, Spiky. He did what he needed to do to make sure he finished, but he lost a bit of time there. So here is your race results then for the first heat. We have Spiky in first. We have Nayan in second. Primero in first, sorry. Nayan in second. Spiky in first. In third. I'm getting my words really mixed up today, but hey ho. So here we go then. We are about to carry on with the second heat then, which is going to be very exciting, and I've just been invited, which is very good timing, and I will tell you what the second race is, just give you a clue as to what it is. So the second heat then, it is Serene, I don't know if, I think it's Serene Logic, Yogan, Stroke and Aitza. So very tense field happening right now. It will be interesting to see how well they do with these types of situations here. It's going to be very intense. We've already seen some of the people bottle it at the corners that I was expecting them to bottle it, so I really hope that they don't, but we are keeping our fingers crossed. So we are going to get all readying up then, so we're about to get underway once again. The atmosphere is already heating up already. It's going to be exciting watching the cars develop and then watch them develop as much as they can. I will be keeping my eye on the YouTube chat as well, so I am going to get the amazing YouTube chat up whilst we are doing the stream. So I've got it up for you right now, but we are about to get underway then. Let's see. Everyone is almost ready to go then. We could see the likes of Ita and Serene Logic fight for this, because they had a chance to practice Montalegre 4 or 5 weeks ago. So maybe this will pay off for them. But we shall see. We've had some new drivers in the mix, and I am looking forward to seeing who's going to come out on top. So here we go then. Second race of this first heat. Absolutely love the suspense here. And we are underway. Ita got a brilliant start, but Ita's not that far. Nigel's not that far behind him, and so is Jürgen as well. Jürgen deciding to take the Joker lap along with a Stroke, but it is Ita and Serene Logic leading earlier on, both in the Seats, both taking very equal lines here, going into the turn 2 and turn 3. Very nicely done from the pair of them. We can see them battling quite a lot here, and since there's not much carnage going on behind them, it should gain a lot more advantage for them, and they can race fairly. Is that what they want to do? Ita was predicting in the last interview we had last week that we could see some close battles between him and Nigel, and it's not disappointing as Nigel decided to take the Joker lap. Let's see what's happening further on down the field with Jürgen. Jürgen also taking the Joker lap, and so is the guy behind, but Jürgen is catching up with the second place man of Nigel. He's closing up like a hawk. This is going to be very intense. Nigel probably wasn't expecting this by a long mile, but this is going to be whatsoever. It is going to be extremely intense as he's trying to close it together. Jürgen is pulling away ever so slightly, or pulling back, I mean, from Nigel. But that's allowing Ita to pull and do an astonishing lap. Astonishing lap. But I do notice Stroke has got a bit of damage there, but hopefully he can keep it together. Ita already showing what he's made of with his laps. He produced a stellar lap guide, and I would like to thank him for the lap guides he's produced, because to be honest, they were amazing to watch. As a bull, I was almost hit by Ita there. Serene Logic is catching up on Ita. Let's see if there's anyone behind him. It is close between the top 3. Any one of the top 3 can win it, I think. So we will watch those battles carefully to see who comes out on top. Nigel crosses the line then. He's starting his final lap. Getting a bit of gravel there to gain some speed, I presume. But we've got Jürgen in 3rd. Could he close up to Serene Logic? We will have to wait and see that. As Stroke is doing all he can. Oh my god, he's gone into a bit of a wall there. Possibly he's got a bit of damage there, which is not the best for him. But Ita comes across the line then to win the second race. Brilliant stuff there. And I think Jürgen's come along in 3rd. Serene Logic in 2nd. Stroke is in last place. Yes, I can already see some sparks from the engine there, which didn't help whatsoever, as he is about to come across the line and then finish. Not a bad lap from him, I got to say. He is improving. So here we go. The race results then. Ita, astonishing lap 2:49. Serene Logic 2:51. Jürgen 3rd and Stroke in 4th. Great stuff here. So I'm very excited for the 3rd race, which I think, let me just check, is Kaping, Nate and Keats. I don't know who is hosting this, but I think we probably have to wait a while because we are ahead of schedule 10 minutes. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, but I will check Discord quickly to see if we're going to start. So yeah. So yaha. So I hope you're excited as I am to begin the 3rd race. I'm just waiting for an invite and who's going to host it. we're going to take a short break whilst we wait for the third race to begin. So we will see you ever so shortly to see. Oh, wait a minute. Have I got an invite? No, I haven't yet. So we will wait and see in a second. See you in a bit. Okay, so we are about to begin then. The lobby is just about to be ready. I was waiting for a little bit there, but we are about to get underway. Sorry about the bit of a delay there, but we are here to begin the third race. So thank goodness we are going to get underway. So sorry about that, but we are here. But it is different to other AOR streams that you will be expecting. So that is probably why. So here we go then we're waiting for, I think, one more person, which is Nate. So yes, we're just waiting to see what happens and see what they can do. See where Nate is. So we're keeping very, very straight face here at the moment. So we are going to, where is Nate right now? Yep, Nate is here. We're about to get underway. I've just readied up there, so we are so excited to see what happens there and what we can see from the pair of them. So right, here we go. I need to actually make sure I don't miss this. There we go, just to be sure about that. So how are these drivers feeling at the moment? We will have to wait and see what they can do, how they're feeling at the moment. And just since we've had a bit of a break beforehand while we were waiting for Nate and stuff like that, I'll be doing a little bit of talking, trying to get people involved and stuff like that, because that's the whole point of this, trying to get everybody involved. So I am literally so pumped just to see what happens. So I can't wait. It's going to be cool for this race. I'm probably pimping my predictions here on Nate going to do well. That is just my opinion, just to see how he does. So but maybe Keats and Kaping could bring some surprises as well. So we will have to wait and see. So here we go. We got a lot of people in the Peugeots for this heat. So a bit of a Peugeot fight off, as it were. So let's see who comes out on top here. It is lights out and away we go. And Keat is off, not to a bad start, but we got people right in front of him ready to pounce. Nate deciding to take the Joker lap along with Ping as well, I believe. So them trying to gain advantage, but already Keat is up there. He is in the lead with Nate in second place, not that far behind him, trying to catch up. But Nate doing the Joker lap has probably cost him a lot of advantage here. But he has hit the ball out a bit. That probably didn't help whatsoever, but we should have to wait and see what happens here. As we got Kaping about to start his second lap. He's doing not too bad pace-wise. He's catching out quite nicely between him and Nate. So we could see a bit of a surprises there. So as he tries to catch up there, Keats and Nate are fighting like crazy right now. Let's see who comes out on top between the pair of them. Starting lap 3. Both of them taking it clean into the final corner, approaching turn 1. They got a break as early as they possibly can to make sure they maximise the speed and also maximise the drift coming through there. So, approaching turns 2 and turns 3. Looking very strong, looking very clean between the pair of them. We got Keat and Nate battling. But Nate is doing ever so well to hold on. Oh, there's a bit of a fight there. We could see a fight going in to the final. We would never expect Keats and Nate to be battling. Nate was showing some promise in the last round we've seen in Leiden Hill last week. So possibly he can show some promise this round. You never know. We shall have to wait and see for that one. As we see some damage from the back, but he is managing to hold it together. We could see some very close lap times. It's all up to the line here. I think that mistake from Keith probably cost him. Yes, it has. So, Nate has already pulled away. Ping not doing too bad either. Nate can't afford to make too much mistakes at the moment. He just can't. As he approaches it with so much ease, so much control. And he crosses the line and he wins the third race of the first heat. As Ping is doing ever so well just to try and catch up. He is a bit slower than normal, but not one of his strongest tracks, but he is improving week by week, which is absolutely amazing to see. So, pretty impressed with what he can do at the moment. So yeah, so as he approaches the final corner then, as he goes on to win, go in third place. So Nate is winning with Keith in second, Ping in third. All three of them finished, which is absolutely brilliant. So we will get the heat results whatsoever in a second, but right now, trying to find some facts about Montalegre for you. I'm probably going to end up pronouncing the name so wrong in these streams, but to be honest, I am not bothered, but we shall see. So, it is located in northern Portugal. It has about 10,537 people. It has a lot of cool summers as well. The average high temperature in the summer is about 23.5 centigrade. In July, which is good. Montalegre was divided at times in 1836, but early construction dated back about 3,500, 4,000 years. But I will find out a bit more information about the track as well, because that is the most important thing. So the heat will be beginning in about 15 minutes, 10 minutes time. So we'll try and get some facts for you due to the fact is we had a bit of a delay, and it is something that the people love, and a lot of people enjoy Montalegre, and it was held on the 27th of April this year, and the fastest lap time 2008 winner in the Volkswagen was a 4:16.8. So, but it does depend on the car, obviously. And what Solberg was thinking, he got, because it was the start of the season for him, he got the best possible start. It was his actual second win in Montalegre, which was incredible shot for him. So he was feeling, he was on it. He was feeling on it. He was good. He was feeling absolutely fantastic. I wonder how the drivers are feeling going into the second heat. We are excited to see what they can do and what they can smash it. So very good indeed. So we are taking a short break whilst we wait for the second heat to begin, but until then I'll see you in a second. Sorry about the breaks, but that is what we have coming through. And I think we got an overload. There we go, I think I fixed it now. But anyway, we will see you in a bit. Okay, so we are back for the second heat then, starting in 2 minutes time. So let me go through the heat 1 results for you. We've got Isa taking the heat win with Serene Logic in second, Primera in third, Yogan in 4th place. We have got Nayan in 5th, Nate in 6th, Spikey 7th, Keith 8th, Stroke 9 and Comping in 10th. So we've got 10 drivers tonight. Let's see what they got to bring in the second heat, which I'm just about to start. So here we go. Let's just see what happens here. And we are, oh, I need to turn my shift tab off. There we go. So as we toggle the spectator mode then, just to be sure. So let's see what happens here with this heat. I am very excited to see what that turns out. We got Primera, we got Nate, and we have got Spikey. Let's see who has potential to go out on top. We will have to wait and see. I hope you're all as pumped in the chat as I am, and I need to ready up. That would help, Jessica. And if you are liking the stream, by the way, don't forget to click the little thumbs up button and click the subscribe button and turn notifications on so you know when to see a video from me from the AOR channel next. So I hope you're all as excited as I am to see the action for Heat 2. So, are you ready, guys? Hopefully you are in the chat, because I am ready in the commentary box. It is going to be fun to watch. So, it is still quite dry conditions here for the second heat. So, it is all to play for here. We are literally so excited. Let's see who has the advantage and who has the upper hand. We shall find out. Let's go. I said let's go. We're waiting for Nate to get ready. Who you think's gonna win this race? Let's find out. Let's get the hype in the chat underway. Here we go. We are on board with Primera, and we've got Spikey. And we've got Nate alongside, and it's lights out, and away we go. Primero getting a good start, as well as Nate is getting a good start, as well as Spikey. Primero, there's a bit of contact from Nate and Primero. That boy did help Nate, but I'm sure he could do his best to recover. Primero having a very good start, but he just needs to keep it together. So we've got Nate then in second, and in third we've got Spikey. So all three of them, even playing field here showing up. So extremely intense to see what we can do throughout here. As we've got Primera already pulling away ever so slightly, he's doing ever so well. Could Nate catch up? He is catching up like a hawk right now. I don't think any of them taking the Joker lap at the moment. So that's probably why they're a bit behind, but we shall see what happens. The last corner is very tricky, so they are very lucky to not get damage. Nate chosen to take the Joker lap. Maybe that could play in well into his hands. Spikey very clean into turn 1. So is Primero. Spikey's going to try and catch up now. He's doing his absolutely best to gain as much dirt as possible. He clipped the corner there, which costed a little bit of time, but he is okay. Nate not that far behind either. A few more laps to go. It is anybody's game. And I think all of them are taking their Joker laps now, I believe. So that has probably helped, I think, at this rate. As Nate is going to do all he can to make sure he's not last. Primero definitely with a chance here. I think he's probably going to take his Joker lap this lap, or is he going to wait for the final lap? Nope, he's taking the Joker lap this lap. He kept it clean. How is Spikey doing? Spikey's in second, I believe. Yes, he is. He is in second. Nate in third. So already we have our early leader of this heat then is Primero. Nate's damage probably cost him ever so slightly, but he has finished and he's given it his all. So great stuff. Very even results at the moment. So Primero in first, Spikey in second, and Nate not that far behind in third place. Wow, what a heat then. Amazing, absolutely brilliant to see what is going on and find out. So we are here. So I'm just testing. There we go. I put it on the right scene. So the second race then. What's the second race? The second race is with Yogan, Stroke, Serene Logic, and Keith. So anyone's game here. We shall see. Here we go. So I am just about to go. Why would it let me go onto his tab on Steam? Steam is lagging for me at the moment. Hold on a second. There we go. So who's your favourite going into this? Is it Serene Logic, Keith, Yogan, or Stroke? I could see Keith pulling up a bit of a surprise there, and so could Yogan, but I think Nigel, also known as Serene Logic, is the favourite going into this. So we are excited to see what he can do coming up here. Let me know your thoughts in the chat on who you think is going to win. And if you want, we are sponsored by Elgato, who creates stream decks and capture cards, which a lot of people use to record their highlights. So make sure you do check out. Make sure you do check that out, because which is pretty darn good. So we shall see what goes on with this race. Then we'll have to find out. So we will have to wait and see. Here we go then, as everyone is about to get ready for this. It is quite a tough circuit to get hands on, especially when it's the afternoon, which I think it is. Actually, I think it is in the afternoon, so that's why people may find it as tricky as possible to get your heads about. So we shall see what goes on with this heat lap, as we are about to get underway again. Let's see who comes out on top. In 3, 2, 1. That was good timing as well. Good. Counting Maestro. Anyway, Nigel getting onto a brilliant start. I think all 4 of them bar 1. All 3 of them, except one person, has taken the Joker lap. Nigel getting away cleanly out of the people taking the Joker. Let's see how Stroke is doing. I think Stroke was the only person not to take the Joker lap, but we could see Nigel trying to catch up. Yep, he already is trying to catch up. So Stroke is losing some time, but maybe he can catch up possibly. It is very important here when you decide to take the Joker lap, because you can benefit a lot from the speed. We've also got some people catching up onto Logan, to Serene Logic. Keats is catching up to Serene Logic as well, which was what I was expecting, to be honest. So Keats was doing very well in this heat, to be honest. Showing his pizzazz and his... No, I wasn't meant to say pizzazz. I was meant to say prowess. Show him as much as possible. So, Jake was weaving a bit all over the place, but he seemed to hold it together. He's doing it ever so nicely. Oh! Nigel done his best to try and avoid that. And he did. So we could see it fight for position. Both of them are going to be extremely careful because both of them taken... Oh my silliards! That was, I think, a bit of damage from the both of them. So that's probably costed Stroke. But yes, as you can see, they both take entirely different lines. But that's allowing Yogan to catch up. But Yogan is not that far behind. And so is Keats as well. So already a three-way battle for the lead. This could get very, very intense. My heart is definitely racing right now to see who comes out on top. As we are trying our best to make sure we capture all the battles as much as possible here. As we got a three-way battle then for second. There's like a train forming pretty much. It is great to see. But maybe we could see people catching up to Nigel, but Nigel making sure he gains the most possible lap time as much as he can. He's got a train behind him. Yogan can't afford to make any mistakes as Stroke he's lost it a bit with Stroke. Again, them two making completely different lines here. This is a race and a half. Them separating by a lot. But 7 tenths between Yogan and Keats. We've got Serene Logic in first, Yogan in second, Keats in third, and Stroke in P4. Great stuff. Absolutely brilliant. Oh my god, I think I forgot to press the action button. I think he might have missed that race. Oh no! God's sake! I'm so sorry if you missed that. I had a panic attack. Yes, I did. Jesus! Sorry about that. So you... Oh my god. Sorry about that, guys. I missed it. My brain is not working. Oh. Right. Sorry about that. So you did see a bit of radio there. A bit of radio AOR. But, yeah. Sorry. I thought I did change scenes, but I will remember this time. I will remember. I will remember. So, sorry you missed such an intense, but hopefully my commentary did some justice. But I will remember next time. I will remember. And, mass shout to all 14 of you who are watching. You sometimes get them these mistakes sometimes. But hey ho. Let's make sure we get the last race covered anyway. With Nayan, Kaping and Aiza. So again, really sorry. But we shall see. I'm getting an invite to the third lobby. But what I'm going to do is as soon as I get access to the lobby, I'm going to change scenes right away. There we go. Jesus. I'm literally been up and at it all day today. So, yeah, AOR FM. Yeah, AOR FM. Chris, I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you liked it. But we are about to get readied up for this final race of the second heat. And hopefully I've changed scenes. I need to pay more attention to my lovely stream deck. That is why. Stream decks are the best, to be honest. Without my stream deck, I think I wouldn't be able to provide the Dirt 4 stream justice, to be honest. But it is paying off, this lovely stream deck. So if you want to get the stream deck, make sure you do. And we are also powered by Thrustmasters and GT Amiga Racing, 3 amazing sponsors that we have got lined up for you. So absolutely fantastic that we've got them as well. So here we go then for the final race of the second heat. Who is going to come out on top? Who is going to beat Aita? Let's find out. And away we go! As Aita already pulling away with Nail not that far behind him. Let's see if both of them take the Joker lap. Looks like Nayan is taking the Joker lap. Ping and Aita deciding... Ping and Nayan deciding to both take the Joker lap, but Aita not. But Aita knows this track to his hand and he can produce some astonishing lap times, so he knows wherever he takes the Joker lap, he can gain a bit more advantage. So he is going to do ever so well. Let's see if he takes the Joker lap this lap. Yes, he is. How is Leon looking? Catching up. This could be intense to see if he can catch up to Aita. Nope, he is right in front of him. Aita's already showing his speed. He is a class away from the rest of the field right now. To be honest, we can't call the championship really until the final round, because the points are ever so close. If you have a bad race, it could blow the championship. So they got to make sure they work their butt off, work to perfection as much as possible. Ping doing not too bad either. Great stuff from him. As I was saying that, he just bottled into a wall. What a shame. But I think he can improve. We've got Aita in the lead again. I think we're on lap 3 or lap 4 at the moment. Looking ever so good. Keeping it in control into turn 1. Let's see how Nayan does going into turn 1. He does it well. I think with these three, because they're so further apart, they probably will be in a little bit less pressure going through there. So definitely less pressure going from them, but we shall see. And Ping, where is Ping now? Oh, a bit of spin. I think they're about to be lapped by Nigel. No, Aita, I mean. So maybe he might not be able to finish Ping, which will be a bit of a shame, I think. But as we have got Aita trying to make sure he stays out of trouble. Ping under a bit of pressure there. Ping actually catching up with Aita there quite nicely. As Nayan crosses the line in second, with Aita taking the win. Aita still got, Ping still got one more lap. Is he going to finish? We are all rooting for them. We shall see. Again, apologies if we didn't get the last race stream for you. It was entirely my fault. But that's not the first time this has happened, so but already this is shaping up to be a great final heat coming up pretty soon. But let's get the final race results for you for the second heat. Aita taking the win, 250. That's an astonishing lap from him. Neon in second and Ping in third. Great stuff. Early favourite, gotta be Aita, but Primero is in second due to that Primero. But Primero, I think, is going to be in second, which will be great for him. So the next heat is due to start in, let me just check, 9:20. So we are already ahead of schedule. But I will double check with the guys when they want to start since we're running ahead. So we shall have to find out. So we shall have to find out when they want to start the next heat. So okay. So I think Nigel had a bit of a bottle there. This could play dividends with the overall championship result. We shall have to wait and see what happens. But we got the final heat to go. And if you have a bad final heat, this might cost them. So we shall see what happens. But whilst we wait for the heat with second to heat 2 results to get underway, we're taking a break before we start with heat 3. We will see you in a bit. Hello, and we are back for the third heat then of this, and thank you to guys who have supported the stream, and I was a bit underway that this has happened. I will need to pay more attention about when the heat was going to start, but we have got a few people in this heat. Can they be the ones that challenge Aita for this? We will have to find out as we are underway, as Primero and the teammates and Aita are fighting for position here. Aita decided not to take the Joker lap. Keeps trying his best to try and overtake Aita, but Aita's already pulling away. Let's see how far Primero is doing. We shall see. Primero is going to try his best to try and catch up. This could be an intense, depending on when Aita decides to take his Joker up. So here we go. I will tell you the second heat results in a second, but we didn't get much notice about that. So we will let you know pretty soon. So yes. As Primero is doing not too bad on pace. But can he ease into Keats as well? Because Keats is doing well to try and catch up to him. So that'll be good. Bit of damage from there. Aita deciding to take the Joker lap now. Is he going to go ahead of Primero? Yes, but only just, not that far behind. So Aita can't afford to make any mistakes now. Because otherwise his teammate Primero can catch up. We shall see for that one. As Aita doing not too bad. Primero trying to catch up. Aita doing it clean into turn one. Very nicely controlled. And so is Primero. Keats doing it very well as well. All three trying to close up indeed. Making it pressure for the other two races to deliver as much as possible. I think what happened with the lobby, guys, is I think I was still in the last lobby that Primero did. So I kind of should have left. So that's probably why it started. And I was just there just in time. So that is why, guys. That is why. As it's Aita. It's going to be a very cracking lap time from him by the looks of things. As he about to cross the line, absolutely controlled. It's like a lap guy, another lap guy from him, really. As he goes on to win the final race for him. Kate is in last, but he's showing his prowess. As your race results then, a 2:48. Faster than his second race, so it's going to take guts for people to beat him. But Primero in second, Keats in third. But you never know, Nigel can do what he can to try and beat him, but we shall see. But we shall see what happens. So, second race is about to begin, and it's got Kaping, Stroke, Frankajos, and Nigel. And we are just about to start this second heat. Who are you rooting for in the second heat? Let us know in the chat on who you think. So we shall have to wait and see for that. So it's good to see quite a few of you supporting as well as much as possible. Hopefully we could see a lot more people get involved in Dirt 4 as a whole, because Dirt 4 is an absolutely amazing game. So we shall see about that. There we go. So I think I'm in the lobby and I need to spectate. Oh, there we go. I spectated, and Just so I don't forget, I've just turned to the action already. There you go. Quickly readied up here. And you can see a little bit of the track to see when they can get involved with the Joker lap. And it does look pretty nice. To be honest. It does look brilliant. So Joker, I think, going to be racing in the third heat. In the third race. So, because people forgot him. But we shall find out here. I'm absolutely excited. Here is Nigel going to do his best to try and gain the lap time. He needs to be at 2:48. Can he do it? In the last heat, he beat him. But can he beat him this heat? We shall see. And we got 3 drivers ready and up and at it. Who's going to play advantage here? Let's find out. Is it Serene Logic? He has gained a very good speed, a very good start already. Showing his power. Is he taking the Joker up early? Yes, he is. But Stroke and Kaping trying to catch up. As I think Stroke and Nigel is doing his best, his best very well, which is good. Just goes to show that it is not easy. And it's also going to show its pace, considering that those two are very close together. That is brilliant. So, crossing the first turn, he's taken the Joker lap, but is the other person going to take the Joker lap? No, he hasn't yet. But he's already gained a lot more speed going into this tough right-hander. Probably an easy place to overtake. Actually, not easy, but I think it's very common for people to overtake there. So that is why we've seen a lot of that. As we've got a few more laps to go of this heat. It is all to play for. Going on here. And let's see who's behind. I do believe... Yes, I think Stroke has taken the Joker. I don't know. But I can still see Nigel in his sight, I think. But Ping doing not too bad on pace at the moment. Trying to improve. Trying to do as much as he can to get the pace that he needed. Final heats is where we see the most intense racing to try and see if they can score as much points as possible. And I find it quite hard as well to make sure they keep up as much as they can. On the final lap then, or final 2 laps, Nigel, very clean, but turn 1 he must have clipped the corner a little bit, which probably cost him. But we shall see what happens going into this. Stroke doing very well to try and combat his mistakes. He's doing it well. But he has clipped it a bit again, which didn't help him. But let's see where King is going to finish. What time is he going to get? Nigel did say that the bollards did cost him a bit of a lap time, which was a bit of a shame for him, but that is quite tricky in this track. I usually hit a lot of bollards going through these corners, so I wonder how these guys manage with them. As your race results then, Nigel, 250. So I do believe he'll be second at the moment in the heat. Stroke in second in the race, Ping in third. So we're about to get the final lobby underway for this stream then. We shall see what happens here. Here we go. Who's going to come out on top this time? Let me know your thoughts. We will, like we always do, we do get an interview with the winner of the actual round. So we will do that like we usually do. So we will keep an eye on that as much as possible. And for those of you that are still watching the stream, hello. Hope you're all having a brilliant day. And if you are liking what you're seeing, make sure you click the little heart button. No, the thumbs up. Why does that say little heart button? I don't know. Coming up with random things right now. Absolutely crazy. But it is all to play for with this. So as we are getting, I think everyone's going to see if they can ready up. I don't know who we're waiting for. I think we're waiting for... We've got Naomi, we got Yogan, we've got Nate. We're waiting for Spiky. So we're waiting for Spiky and then we can begin. So hopefully Spiky will come and join the lobby pretty soon. Oh, I've been disconnected from the lobby. Hold on a second. Hold on. I've been disconnected. What's happened? Let me just join again. Oh. I'm unable to join the session. Okie dokes then. Why is it not letting me join? Hold on a second. Why did it not let me join? That's the thing. That's what annoys me. Join game. Keeping my fingers crossed that we can join. Connection failed now. I'm just going to say to them to give them a heads up. It won't let me join the lobby. Just so they are aware. I think they already started and they think I was there, but I don't know. So they are making a new one though. So we will take, whilst we wait, well actually no, we're not going to take a break. Well, I'm going to keep on talking just for a little bit. To tell you what leagues we've got coming up. We've got the IndyCar League happening on Monday. We've got the Ginetta final round of Ginetta's GT5 on Wednesday. And we've got the F1 League starting on Sunday in a week's time. Woo! Which I'm absolutely excited about. Absolutely pumped. I hope you guys are pumped as much as I am. And yeah, as I am about to be invited again to the next lobby. Hopefully it should work. And yes, I am in the lobby. And I'm going to be spectating it. So we got our final lobby. We've got 4 racers. It is all to play for here. It is partially cloudy weather. We shall see if anyone could beat Isa's lap time in this heat. It is a tall order, but it is doable. We have seen some surprises, so we'll just have to find out, and we will just have to wait and see what happens and what we have got lined up for you. So, we could see Jürgen and Nate possibly fighting as well. We shall have to find out. So, as everyone is about to get ready, we're just waiting for Spiky to get ready as well. So here we go. Final race then. Can anyone beat Ita's time? It's all about the lap time, don't forget. We shall see. In 3, 2, 1, and go! Almost had it right time there. As an even start from Nayan and Jürgen. Nayan already pulling away, but Nayan decided to take the joke lap. Nayan, oh, a bit of a mistake there. Not sure what happened because I couldn't see what happened from Spiky's end. But already Nate is doing not too bad either, so we could see some very close lap times, but probably not close enough, but we shall have to find out and see what happens. As Nayan is trying to catch up. Jürgen's already pulling away. What a shocker. We could see a good lap time from him here. Going through the second lap here. I have told you that this league does bring a few surprises. Maybe this is one of his surprises. We shall see. So I'm just going to see what's going on behind as well. Nate is doing as well to try and catch up. Nayan as well. Possible battle with Nayan and Spiky again. Going into turn 1. Almost a bit of contact again. But luckily they managed to hold it together. So that is good. They're keeping it together. Keeping it clean. So that's what we like to see going up here. Now, I think what I'm going to be doing is once this league's over next week, I will be pulling up a highlights video that will go up on my channel. That is why you're not seeing full commentaries from Dirt 4 on my channel. You will get to see highlights instead, because I feel like that captures a bit more pizzazz, I think. So we will see those coming up soon. As Spiky is doing all he can to try and defend from Jürgen Nayan. Jürgen absolutely flying out there at the moment. Brilliant stuff. He decided to take the Joker lap, but our next challenger, Nate, is not that far behind. But I think Jürgen's going to come out just slightly in front, pulling away there. So Nate will be in second. Already seen some incredible laps around here. Oh, and Nate clipped it in the corner just a little tiny bit there. He kind of kept it together, which was good. Good to see. As Nate is going to cross the second line in second, I believe. Yes, he is. Jürgen wins. Nayan looks like he's going to get last place. Oh, he lost it a bit there. Yeah, he's doing a bit of a reverse there. Yes, he is. So your final result of this heat then, Jürgen has won the race, but not the heat, unfortunately. Nate in second, Spiky in third, and Nayan in fourth. So, let me check the lap times. The beautiful lap times, because they have sent a screenshot in the chat. So the fastest lap on this race was 2:55. 3 Logic got a 2:50. Ita got a 2:48. So Ita will win this once again. He is on fire. Don't forget, if he has a bad round in the last round next week, it can change the championship. So we're not going to call the championship over yet. We are not going to call the championship over yet. So I am going to join the commentary box in the Discord. So I nearly joined the wrong chat there. So there we go. As I will get the Discord audio up. There we go. Just so once Isaac's ready, he can join me. Be interesting to see how he thinks of the race as well. And my phone just went off. Luckily it didn't go off during the stream, because otherwise we would have had a excuse me. So let's see if he's in the waiting for interview box. I'll just have to double check. No, he isn't yet, but we will find out. Yes, he is. So I will drag him to the commentary box. And there we go. Right, so are you there?
Yes, I am, or I should be.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. And another round win from you. But it wasn't the easiest of rounds, was it? Tell us what happened.
Well, first of all, this was meant to be the first round, obviously, that got cancelled. So everybody's practiced this race and knows the track perfectly. So the times were very close. Yes. And of course, second of all, everybody had at least one incident. So it was down to who got off the best out of the incident, I guess. Yeah. I know Serene Logic had quite a hefty incident. Primero got quite unlucky with a bit of damage, but you know, everybody had an incident. It was about how quickly you recovered, and more importantly, about how you kept your concentration. It's very easy to lose your concentration mid-race if you get hit by somebody or if you do a bad lap, etc. So I think that was crucial.
Or if you have a bad heat and you think, oh, I'm not going to do as well in the second heat. It's important that you got to keep your mind at rest going from one heat to another, because otherwise you can lose it there.
Well, yeah, it's also important to reset yourself after each heat.
Yes.
Like, each heat is an important opportunity to gain points, and they're completely separate. So if you have a bad heat, you've got to just say, okay, that didn't go as planned. Let's try again in the next one, because there's a lot of points on offer.
That's what a few people have done as well, which has gone to their advantage there then. So, since you had a little bit of practice in Portugal, because obviously the first race was postponed, as it were, to the fourth round. Tell me, what do you think went well for you? What made you gain that lap time? That lap time there was astonishing, not gonna lie.
Well, I've always been strong at this track. For some reason, I just like the layout. The corners flow very well for me, and I'm able to stay very consistent. So I think it's not the over one lap, it's the consistency that I have to always get the same time within 1 or 2 tenths that got me the victory today. I also want to say, before I forget, I am really sorry to Suping for hitting him off while lapping him. It wasn't my intentions, but we were both going for the same piece of track at the same time, and things happen. But yeah, it was definitely a case of consistency today, I think, more than overall speed.
And we've got the final race next week, and it is a 4-point gap between your next rival, so I am very excited to see what happens there, to see who takes the title. It's not over yet.
No, all it takes, unfortunately, is a spin, getting stuck somewhere or getting a puncture, and the points can just reverse themselves. The points are made so close this year that one mistake can cost you dearly, so you've got to stay 100% focused 100% of the time. Props
to Serene Logic for tweaking the points there to make sure it doesn't get decided till the last race. Nigel thinking he can't win next week because he thinks that is his worst track. It's your favourite track next week, isn't it? But we have seen people who have bowled it on their favourite tracks as well. So What are you going to
Well,
do?
I'd like to remind Serene Logic actually right there that he won that track last season. So I'm not quite sure where he got that from, but yeah, okay. I'll take that with confidence then.
Yeah, but you never know. We've seen some surprises before. We might see a surprise next week. Nigel could claw off and because if he wins the next, I don't know how many points separate between a win, but if basically they need to one of you will have to win, and then you'll basically take the title. So 4 points equal.
Yeah, it's more the fact that if one of us has a really bad round, then that loses us a lot of points, because as I said, each heat is different points. But if you get 0 points and someone else gets the 50 points for a heat win, you can't recover from that, because
no, you can't.
Even if the person finishes in third, it's only 10 points difference or 8 points difference if I remember. So
yes,
you can't recover it. So it's not over till the last heat of the last event, and maybe even the last corner of the last race.
So whoever has the last race is definitely under pressure then. But looking at the championship standings, you taking the lead quite comfortably, winning all 4 races so far. But it does take one race to for it to sink in, really. So it's all to play for. 4-point gap, as I said. But between 3rd and 4th, that's about 4 points away as well. So we could see a battle for the championship as well. So Isa in the lead in the championship with Logic in 2nd, Primera in 3rd, Yogan in 4th, Spiky in 5th. Core unfortunately couldn't make it tonight in 6th, but he's still comfortably in 6th at the moment. But 3 points separate between him and Stroke in 7th. Naon in 8th, Keats with a 1 point gap between Naon and Keats. Kaping in 10th. Kaping has finished every race, so that is good. So not too bad from him, considering his consistency. Nate in 11th, and there was 3 guys that couldn't race tonight as well. So final race next week. Who do you think is going to challenge? Who do you think is going to surprise us next week? Do you think, Isa?
Well, I keep on saying it and over again, but the person seems to have really bad luck at the moment. But I think Primero can surprise us again. Obviously, Serene Logic is always up there and challenging me. So I've been impressed by quite a few people in the midfield, and I think that it's going to be really interesting to see how the fight for the midfield championship positions plays out in the last round. I can't really name anybody specifically, but people like Spiky and Nayan have showed really good pace at times. So maybe if they can string laps together with really good pace, they can get some good results.
Exactly. And there was an incident between Nayan and Spiky earlier, but there was no further action on that incident, so they'll still be getting those points. But that is it for today, for this stream. Any final words before we end the stream there?
Well, I think that you've got to tune in next time, because it's still far from over, and it's always good to watch somebody maybe have a spin, maybe have a bad race, and make this thing really exciting. But for sure, I'll be trying to go for 5 wins out of 5, obviously.
You've got that goal in mind, and again, I'd like to apologise for one race not being broadcasted. There was a bit of radio AOR there, but we'll keep up those make sure we have no mistakes next week. But until now, I've been JessGames95. Make sure you join us next week for some more. The final race of Dirt 4 Rallycross. It's going to be quite sad when it's over, but I'm excited for next week. So we will see you next time on the AOR channel. Good night.